The furnace pull report is the APS tool provided to anchor glass EH&S managers at each plant to manage and maintain their tonnage reporting to the EPA. Hello everyone, I'm Justin Russo, the developer responsible for the changes required for ChemScom's tonnage reporting in APS at Anchor Glass. Our team has recently completed changes that we believe will improve our accuracy in our reporting to the EPA and how you manage that reporting via the furnace pull report. To access the furnace pull report so you can view your tonnages for a specific time period, you must be logged into APS as an EH&S manager. Then you simply click the report icon at the top of your APS screen, then Furnace Pull Report. Using the search criteria at the top of this report, you can easily pull up records for each hour and shop within a specific time period. It is best to limit the window of time you are searching for to 24 hours for performance reasons. There are 4 types of views in the Furnace Pull Report that you should be aware of as an EH&S manager to ensure that you are reporting your tonnage accurately. The Tonnage by Shop view allows you to see the tonnage reported per hour, not only by tank, but also for each shop in your plant. Select your start and end date, preferably for less than 24 hours, select the Tonnage by Shop view, and finally, Generate Report. When the report appears, you will see a record for each hour and shop within the time frame you selected. To the right of the date, time, plant, shop, and tank columns, you will see the container speed column. This column reports the bottles per minute times 60 minutes from the active job run at the time the uptime tonnage was calculated. In the next column, called shears/hour or shear cuts, you will see how many times the shears actually cut times the number of gobs for the active job run during that hour. When the shear cuts are within a variance between -5% and +50% of the job run container speed, which is the bottles per minute times 60 minutes, we now use them to calculate the uptime tonnage. However, when the shear cuts are out of variance, we use the container speed. Again, which is bottles per minute times 60 minutes from the active job run instead for the uptime tonnage calculation. If no weights are captured on the hot end when they are supposed to, you will see that your uptime tonnage is still calculated. This tonnage is calculated based on the job run weight target by default, which you will see listed in the column to the left of the Add Weight button. So the only way to have a shop reporting 0 for uptime tonnage in both the tonnage by shop and tonnage by tank views of this report is to have either no active job run for all shops for a specific tank if you want to stop reporting tonnage for a tank, or have no active job run for only a specific shop if you want to show that only that shop is not consuming any glass. For instance, when the shop goes cold for maintenance greater than a few hours, but the rest of the shops on the same tank are actively consuming glass. The final columns to note, which are also very important, are the down tonnage and total tonnage columns. The down tonnage column, or downtime tonnage, is the value calculated when the hourly glass stream checklist is completed for the same shop and hour. The hourly glass stream checklist is how we report downtime tonnage. We have a separate video training for how to use and complete this checklist available in our APS documentation upon request. And finally, you will see the total tonnage column, which shows the sum of the uptime and downtime tonnage for the shop and hour on that row. To add weights to a record in the tonnage by shop view that has an Add Weight button, you must first start by clicking the button and adding weights for each gob in the checklist. The pre-populated 3 values are merely placeholders for the weights you have collected. Replace these values with your actual values. Finally, click Submit Results to finalize the addition of the weights. Confirm that the weights were added properly by returning to the row you were adding the weights for and confirming that the weights appear and the tonnages look correct by drilling down on the down arrow. To delete a weight from the Furnace Pull Report Tonnage by Shop view, drill down on the arrow next to the Average Bottle Weight column. This will open up the weights dropdown, which will show all of the bottle weights collected during the hour for the shop. To delete one of these weights, if you are sure you have to, click the trash can icon and a confirmation modal will appear to make sure you agree to delete the weight. Next, you must enter a comment briefly explaining why you are deleting to be able to delete the weight. After entering a comment, click Submit. This will delete the weight and you will be able to view the comment on the record in the audit view. To modify a weight from the furnace pull report tonnage by shop view, drill down on the arrow next to the average bottle weight column result. This will open up the weights dropdown, which will show you all of the bottle weights collected during the hour for the shop. To modify one of these weights, if you are sure you have to, click the pencil icon and the weight value will appear inside of an input field, so you can edit it. Hit enter after changing the value and a modal will appear for adding a comment. Enter a comment briefly explaining why you are modifying the weight and hit enter. This will modify the weight immediately in the report and update the average weight in uptime tonnage. The tonnage by tank view allows you to see the tonnage reported per hour by tank in your plant. Select the tonnage by tank view and the report will automatically generate for the existing criteria. If you make changes to the criteria once the report appears, you have to click Generate Report, however. This report has only 4 columns: date, time, plant, tank, and total tonnage. This is how you can see the tonnage by, you guessed it, tank. The value in these columns should match if you add all of the uptime and downtime tonnages for each shop for the tank from the tonnage by shop view. There is no additional functionality on this view. The audit view allows you to see bottle weight records which were modified and or deleted per shop and hour for your plant. Select the audit view and the report will automatically generate for the existing criteria. If you make changes to the criteria once the report appears, you have to click Generate Report, however. Here you will see weight records which have been modified and or deleted. You have the option of seeing only deleted records by selecting Deleted Only. This view is handy if you ever need to reference weights which were deleted to see who deleted them and read the comments they've provided. To view comments provided by the user who modified or deleted the record you wish to view, click the Comments button and a modal should appear to show you the comments. The Abandoned Weights view allows you to see bottle weight records which were modified and or deleted per hour and shop for your plant. Select the Abandoned Weights view and the report will automatically generate for the existing criteria. If you make changes to the criteria once the report appears, again, you have to click Generate Report. In this view, you can see the date, hour, timestamp, shop, gob, gob name, weight, and weight target columns. The date hour column shows the hour that the record would have affected in the tonnage by shop view. The timestamp column will show the exact time that the weight was collected and abandoned. The gob and gob name columns show for which gob the weight was collected for, and the weight column is the weight that failed our bottle weight variance guardrails check and forced the record to be abandoned. And finally, the weight target column is the weight target value that was set on the active job run for the shop at the time the weight was collected. As you can see, the Furnace Pull Report is a robust tool for managing your glass tonnage consumption reporting to the EPA. Further questions and concerns should be directed to APS Engineering Team at anchorglass.com. That's once again, APS Engineering Team at anchorglass.com.